Hello there. My name is Technical Sergeant Stiegel, and I'm here today to talk to you all about fire safety. I work over at the safety office on base, and I will be going over the basics of the fire prevention program and your role in it. At the core of the fire prevention program are the three E's. You are probably wondering, well, Sergeant Stiegel, I don't know what those are. I'm here to tell you about education, enforcement, and engineering. Education is the responsibility for everyone on base. First line supervisors should be reviewing their fire safety plans with new workers. Families should be talking about their emergency evacuation plans at least semi-annually. Schools should be practicing fire safety and have fire drills that happen at regular intervals. The Safety Office and Fire Prevention Office have the responsibility to push out fire safety information to keep people safe and help combat trends that pop up. Waiting until a fire occurs is the wrong time to think about fire safety. Make sure to talk to your people about their emergency meetup points, where the fire alarms and extinguishers are, keeping your emergency exits clear and accessible, and where the possible ignition sources are at your work or home. Stay vigilant when it comes to fire safety. The enforcement part of the three E's comes from the safety and fire prevention offices. Each unit and facility on base gets inspected by the Safety and Fire Office annually. During these inspections, we are making sure that your fire extinguishers are signed off monthly, combustible materials are being taken out at the end of the workday, and that the facility is clear of electrical hazards, to name only a few. After our offices identify something, please work to correct the issue as we follow up on these open discrepancies monthly. Be proactive with fire safety. Engineering is the last E and takes place before a building is even built. The fire safety and environmental offices review all new proposed construction to eliminate fire hazards or concerns before they happen. At pre-construction meetings, we meet at the contracting office to take a look at these things. Our office looks at max occupancy loads, proposed exit routes, and the building's intended use. Those factors help us identify issues before they arise. Also, if you're looking at doing a self-help project in your building, please make sure to submit a request to the Civil Engineering Squadron for approval before you start work. The building may have asbestos or materials that you are not aware of. When it comes to fire and safety inspections, a lot of people tell me, Sergeant Stiegel, this building is too old. We don't have to fix that, or CE won't fix it. This is simply false. Work centers will be written up and evaluated based on the current Air Force instructions and unified facilities codes, regardless of their age. The discrepancies should be given to the Civil Engineering Squadron so that they can fix the issue or have the commander accept the risk at the appropriate level. Don't get complacent with fire safety. Talking about our buildings on base, it is important to understand that every building has a fire rating associated with it. This rating estimates the amount of time it takes for a fire to spread and destroy the building. We want this rating as high as possible to give occupants time to evacuate and firefighters to fight the fire and perform rescue operations. The building materials and design layout factor into its overall fire rating. The contracting office on base is in charge of making sure the materials used in construction are up to the standards set by the American Society for Testing and Materials. The materials may also come from off-base companies, and the contracting officer makes sure that the materials are up to the standard set by the American Society for Testing and Materials. These tests involve a furnace to superheat materials used for construction to demonstrate what they would do under those extreme circumstances. That is why it is important to follow fire safety guidelines like keeping your tiles in place and in good repair. Replace those broken tiles immediately. In conclusion, we talked about the three E's, which was education, enforcement, and engineering. We discussed keeping buildings in good repair. We also went over what a fire rating is for the building and the importance of maintaining it. Please keep up the good work when it comes to fire safety, and thank you for your time today.